Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uru Complete Chronicles. I took too long of a break again. I don't really remember where we left off. Let's see. I don't remember what this was called. I want to know what it's called though. Let's see. Which book? This book? No. This book? No. Which book is it? Which book did I choose? This one? Garrison or whatever. Let's say Garrison. I have no idea how to say this still. Where are my notes? I need... Which part of my notes do I need? Not this, not this. This is our Riven. This is Riven, this is Riven. Oh yeah, this is Uru. Perfect. Where's my pencil? Found it. Amazing. So we're going back to Garrison. I think we solved that puzzle with that room. Very good explanation. The cogwheel gear puzzle thing. And now we're going back there. I'm just wondering, I don't really remember when I found the last hand thing, so I don't know if I want to go back here or back to the start. I think the start might be close. That might be wrong. We'll figure it out momentarily, I hope. And then I guess we have to find that elevator again. I think I want to go first person for now. So it wasn't this, apparently. So where was it? I do not recall. Yeah, I don't remember. Wait, are the doors not opening? Do I have to redo this part? No. No, the doors are opening. The doors work, it's fine. Yes, good. And we go back up. And right, so we try to jump off of this thing, and apparently I can't run and jump at the same time because then I glitch for some weird reason. We also probably want to ride down the other side of the thing, the other elevator, but yeah, we'll see. For now, I think we'll just go to the edge. How long do I have to wait? This is really weird. It's a very nice looking area though. Very green and lush. I like the music too. It might be a tad loud, but I hope it's fine. Is this my stop? No. Right here. Okay. No jumping did it this time. Sweet. So we're at 4? Really? Weren't we at 4 before? I thought we had 4, maybe not. So how do I get over there? Oh, this rotates by, okay. So this is the other, that's probably the building we were in before, I'm gonna guess. Sweet. This time running and jumping was the right car. Even though the moment I did it, I was sure I was gonna fall for the world again. I need to turn on my headphones, I think. I hope it's not too loud in the recording, but it should be fine. I hope it's fine. It feels very unbalanced, like, I don't know. It kind of feels like a Minecraft resource pack where all the songs have a different volume, and it's kind of hard to adjust for that. Oh, but this is still closed, apparently. And I can't look up. Come on, let me look up. I just want to see the entire door. Okay. Okay, it's just walking really close so it opens it. Okay. But I'm not going in? No, I am. Okay. Is this a prison? It almost feels like one. Very secure doors. Maybe... Is this going to lead out into that? No. Not yet, at least. Maybe this one does. This looks so different stylistically. I don't know what I'm like doing here now. Interesting. Can I interact with these things? Doesn't look like it. Let's see where this door goes. Maybe this is not where I've been before. I'm confused now. What are you? I don't know what you are. Or what any of this is. Can I hit this thing? Is this a button? No, it's just light. So I guess we step in here? Maybe? What is happening? Oh, I'm wearing a suit now. Very good, very good. I look like an alien. I like it. Can I now do something with this thing? What is this thing? I don't know. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. You don't have any lore for this place yet, right? Maybe we'll find some here. I have no idea what this place even is. Can I sit here? No. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Or what I'm even... I mean, I'm looking for hands. That's all I know. But beyond that, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I guess we'll just run around and try to find a puzzle and then solve it. But beyond that, I have no clue what's going on here. Is this the exit? Nope. This is a huge place. Let's keep going this way, I guess. Are these things something, or are they just part of war? Why would you design a bar like that? Like, what's the purpose of these things, and why is there one missing here? Strange. Very strange. Okay, that looks like maybe I can interact with it. Oh, there's definitely a book, or, yeah, data notebook. DRC, KI. How many pages? Oh, no, not very many. Good. The KI, base functions, the need number 3 on the back side of all of these devices. 3 functions? There's certainly more than that. 3 core functions? In any case, it's a convenient name. KI. Okay. Oh, so that's, yeah, the number 3 looks like a K and an I. Makes sense. Nexus interface. The Nexus seems to be just an interpreter for KI data. KIs allow users to provide or decline book access to other KIs. I think we can make this work for neighborhoods as well. Age names defined in the KI appear in the Nexus, or should. Interpersonal communication. Obviously the most important function, voice or text communication to other KI users. Inter or intra-age doesn't seem to matter. Okay. Image capture, storage and transfer. A single button press captures an image and stores it within an appropriate age directory. Images can be sent to other KIs as well as uploaded to some images, depending on versions. Seems main servers coordinated this functionality might be tough to revive. Okay. Number 4, journal entry, storage and transfer. Fairly simple, write notes and store them. Again, server handles transfer journal, KI to KI or KI to imager. Markers, ability to drop and correct markers at the operator's present location and age. Layers of functionality here requires more research. Perhaps this feature could be tapped to help with the GZ problem. Interesting. I don't know what that problem is. Doors. In this age, the KI, even at its most basic level, open level 1 doors, level 2 and 3 doors require higher versions. Okay. There's much more variety to these devices than we first suspected. The dispenser is capable of handing out at least 5 versions and possibly more. Feature set varies widely. There must have been a system to control and track these devices. Where? Imager built into the unit is surprisingly compact and efficient. Uses the same blasted lattice compression system, for lack of a better word. Have to crack that. Powerful projection for something that fits on the top of a hand. Markers. Purpose. Perhaps a training tool for maintainers. Markers could be set up and recruits and or lower ranks run through the course. Okay. Interface. KIs interact with markers in 3 ways. Team capture. Once all the markers are placed, there are 2 teams that can correct markers. The KI registers the marker to the respective team. Markers can vanish after a time limit or after all have been registered. Markers must be in the same age. Test. Can markers be reset? Horde. Again, 2 teams. Markers only vanish after a preset time limit has expired. Markers do not disappear upon being activated, or the server keeps track of what team is holding it. So summarizes team holding most markers at the end of the time limit. Markers must be in same age. Single capture. Only one individual KI can register markers. Markers can also carry text. Entire marker set can be sent via KI to another KI anywhere in the system. Markers can be placed in any age. Okay. Markers themselves seem identical to those produced by the Great Zero. In fact, I'm positive the same technology is being used, if not the Great Zero itself. It's possible the KIs are communicating with the Zero itself and writing these marks anywhere they are registered. Problems with that theory, maintainer markers, etc. KI registration. KI tracks of other KIs on 3 levels. Intra-age, any other KI within the age is logged and displayed. KI to KI, any individual KI can be registered for specific tracking. As a result, no matter where that KI is, journals, photos, etc. can be sent and communication can occur. Perhaps this was used for temporary or semi-permanent team missions. For our purposes, a friends list. Okay, groups. The KI also recognizes groups somehow related to the Nexus. Seems possible if properly configured to support neighborhood lists with this function. Okay, so well, we know now why they are called KIs at least. That was not obvious to me. Do I want to hit that now? I guess so. Because there's nothing else going on here, right? I can't really do anything with these, right? These are just like... Is this where we are? We do have that ring and then the doors to the inside and some are connected. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's just hit this thing, I guess, then. See where it takes us. And then, I don't know. I really don't know what we're doing here. That then was much more linear in a way. Like, it always was clear where we were going and what we were trying to accomplish in a way. Is this... No, I don't know where this is. I don't know where this is. It's a nice view. But yeah. What's the screenshot button again? This right here, I guess. Can I move it now? No. Very strange. Oh, this is viewing and this is taking the image? I'm confused. No, this is the same. No, I don't know. I'm very confused. So how do these other functionalities work? Like that? How do I set a marker, for example? Oh, that's just because I'm clicking. Yeah, that's rotating me, right? Yeah, it's just a movement thing. So, there's all the zeros here. Does it mean? Strange, very strange. Not sure how any of this works. Go away. And I guess we have to go back to our alto now, because I don't think there's another way for us to get out of here. Yeah. I just don't know what these symbols do yet. So many things that we don't know anything about, or almost nothing about. A very, very mysterious game. Which makes sense. Yeah, let's get back in there, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know where we're going next. Is the thing. And this time I think we go here, so we don't have to do that one jump. So that should put us on that middle part in between the two rotating platforms. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. Still wearing my cool suit, which I guess is nice. I don't know. Feels like I almost missed that jump, but I didn't. Sweet. I'm still really not sure how all of this connects and how, yeah. Maybe you just go back to... Because there was one of those doors that we couldn't open and we were in that one place. So hard to describe because I don't know what's what. So maybe if we go back there... Why do I always wait before I go in? Just go in. There we go. Very confusing. I don't think we've seen all the rooms in here, that's why we're back here. And also it just feels like there has to be something else. Maybe I just missed a hand somewhere, it's very possible because I have not really been turning around and stuff. Let's see, are we in the same place again? Are we always in the same place? No, that's not where we started last time. This is where we ended off. Okay. I guess let's go this way and think about things. I have no idea what I'm looking for here, just something. These dark spots are weird. Yeah, let's go in here and see if this is the first room again. Well, not quite, right? Because that's on this side now. There's a different room. Let's take a picture of this. Beautiful. I like those middle two pictures. How do I... like this? Like, no, no, go away. Okay, like this. Good. Are these things anything? Are they just decoration? Wait. Is it a different suit than the one I'm wearing? It is. So if I go in here, will I be putting on the suit? No. I want this suit. Give it to me. I don't know how any of this works. Are these like things you just walk up to? It's very confusing, I think. Because I don't know, you know, what actually does things and what's just like decoration. It's hard to say. Is this a different spot than before? Maybe, who knows? How do I get out there? Do I get out there? Is that where I'm going? Is that my goal? I have no idea. No, just... how do I get rid of this thing again? How did I get rid of it before? It feels like it's always different. It's like... this just takes pictures, which is not what I want. And this just does the same thing. And this is the audio. This is nothing. This is just, I can just drag it. Oh, this one, okay. It's very complicated technology. It really isn't. I don't know what I'm doing here though. It feels like there must be more to this entire complex. Like it's such a big area. And all we found is that one, you know, like the notebook, the not notebook, the manual thing for the KIs or whatever, the journal thing. I don't think going back out in these directions makes any sense, right? Because that's just going to lead me back to the rotating platform bits. And maybe there's somewhere else I can go out there. That's possible. It's very possible even, but then there's nothing else in here. It's just like a transition area, but it's so big. I don't know. Maybe I just needed like a maybe I need a higher level KI thing. Okay, there's something here. We have not been here. Definitely have not been here. But it feels like I have been. I feel like I've seen this angle, but maybe it was the opposite angle. Who knows? So we're either here or here, I think. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's symmetrical, I think. Did I see something else here, or was that just the one? Just the one, okay. Let's look at this then, I guess. Simpson, don't mention anything about the upper area of the fortress in your recent report. I don't want people wandering all over Teleland looking for that weird link stone. Ah, okay, so we found that link stone into the upper area of the fortress. Maybe we just have to go there. I mean, that's a very strong hint right there. Maybe there's nothing else here. How many pages? Lots and lots of pages. Not too many pages. Can we finish this today? I don't know. I feel like I'm very poor at reading today. Like I'm tired. When I'm tired, like, I don't know, I struggle. I just struggle. It's all a struggle. Oh man. Analysis. Author Simpson, transcribed from voice recorder. Age Reason. Date November 12th, 2001 till June 4th, 2002. Multiple trips. Okay, one thing seems immediately obvious. This place was built for security. No one could write a link anywhere in this place or the next. It was obviously a maintainer facility of some kind, and it doesn't seem that it was for general guild members. By that I mean it was limited to at least the higher ranking members. As to how they got the first link written here, I don't know. Probably while it was under construction. It does seem pretty obvious that it's not going to happen again, unless something major happens to this place. I should say that Kodama has some theories about the age that have held up so far. May have been a special forces of a sort for the maintainers, started later mid-8000s. Became somewhat of a research and development arm for the Maintainers Guild. I don't know, worth mentioning though. There are quite a few mentions of such groups in other docs Kodama has found or at least seen. Entrance. To begin with, I'd waited that no one other than a high-ranking government official or similar ever made it to this room. That's just my guess, but it seems pretty sound. I don't think any school buddies or girlfriends dropped by to see their maintainer friend. The linking book we found was deep within the Maintainer Guild. I'm sure it was well guarded in its day. You can see right off the bat, the entrance was extremely secure. Thick walls, one door, a high window, sniper maybe. If you manage to get in with a bomb or something, it's not going to do any noticeable damage. I love the maintainer symbol on the floor, and everywhere else you look, as though I might forget and wonder where I am. Waiting room. So visitors are escorted into this little waiting room. There's a window on one side. It looks almost like a ticket window. Yes, that's what we've seen. Maybe turn in weapons or goods that aren't allowed. Maybe books. I'm sure they didn't want books in here. Yeah, looks like mainly for books. There's another ticket window on the other side, although this one looks different. I'm pretty sure those are beetle cages on the other side. Beetles that sought out ink. Somebody was just telling me there are all kinds of references to them in other docs. You didn't make it past this room with a book. So they had beetles like drug sniffing dogs, just beetles for ink. Interesting. As well, the doors never opened at the same time, so even if somehow you make it out of the entrance room, you're still not going to make it past these mammoth doors out of the waiting area. Halls. Looks like the hall ran along the entire circumference of the building. There are plenty of rooms. I'll just try to hit them one at a time. First is an elevator though. However, it looks like it's only down. Wonder if it was always that way? More security, I guess. Once you've made it into the halls, there's still nowhere to go, at least if they didn't want you going anywhere. Lockers. I would think that any books that were brought to the age were kept in the lockers. I'd imagine that some of the workers here or frequent visitors also kept some equipment, but I could be wrong on that. Looks like they kept some maintainer gear as well. Markers, helmets, etc. Okay, so those are the markers. Maybe. Those light things? Maybe. Seems a little out of place, honestly. KIs. Okay, things are becoming a little more clear now. Just had a long chat with Laxman and researched some different dogs over in the city that Nick had. Looks like the current condition I'm seeing was not the original condition. The KI was a major development, not just for the guild, but also apparently for our citizens. Turns out they were just starting to hand out the KIs to the public around the time of the FAR. Nice timing. So it looks like they had done some renovations in order to facilitate the mass amounts of visitors that would be coming in order to retrieve KIs. Turns out my little girlfriend analogy was pretty much completely wrong. Girlfriends and more were going to start coming here, at least to the open sections. Kodama corrected me. We've actually found multiple books in neighborhoods as well as the guarded maintainer book I mentioned earlier. Oops. So visitors come in, walk through the doors, beetles check for books, and they walk down the hall into the KI room, get a KI and link out. Guards are probably probably at the up elevator, which is just behind this room. If they did happen to bring any illegal items, they get them back from the other side of the locker room, and off they go back home with their new shiny KI. Makes more sense as to why the maintainer paraphernalia was in the locker room too. Probably a little display type thing for the visitors. Impress them. Warehouse. Quite a bit of goodies in here, all of which I'm sure most visitors never saw. Pretty bad cave-in from the floor above. Although Engberg says structurally this place seems alright. He's doing more detailed inspection soon. Looks like most of these crates are filled with KI maintenance type equipment as well as a variety of spare parts, etc. I don't know. Laxman will have to give this place a good inspection. I'm sure he'll love going through it all. Beyond me, I know that. Beetle cages. Convenient cave-in. Not sure how one is supposed to get into beetle cages without it. I don't know where that is. No idea how they did it. Link maybe. Regardless, pretty positive the cages were for beetles. Symbols on the front and quite a bit of remnants in some of the dirtier cages. We'll have to clean those up. Wonder when they all died. Speaking of access, another question. How'd they get to the second floor? Elevators skip the middle floor. More security, I suppose. So how do I get to the second floor? We climbed up there. The destruction was a little more substantial than I thought. Looks like it tore out a section of the outer wall even. I'm going to get out of here until Engberg can come back in. Come back again. I can't read today. I'm terrible. Been a few days, but I'm back. I'm no expert, so I guess I have to trust Engberg. But he says this whole thing is one of the most solid heavy pieces of construction he's ever seen. It's safe, he assures me. If I die here and someone retrieves this recording, please sue him for me. Second floor looks similar to the first. Outer hall and a number of rooms. Have to remember that very few people probably ever walk these halls. There's no access via elevators, stairs, anything to get here. I assume it had to be done via a linking book, which is probably somewhere in the city. I suppose there could be a way to stop those elevators on the middle floor, but I doubt it. Regardless, this floor was extremely secure, book access only, I'm guessing. Guard lounge. Next to the observation room, or at least that's what I assume it was, is what looks like a guard lounge. Looks like they stayed here for long amounts of time. There are beds in here as well. Couches. I assume these guys manned the window observation post while visitors were coming in. I don't remember any of that. Guard lockers. More lockers, similar to the set downstairs, although these are manned with some heavy equipment. I'm sure Watson will want to see the stuff and keep it locked up well. In fact, I'm not even going to go into detail about it here. Lexman can write all about this stuff in a later report. I will say I didn't know that Denis had these kinds of technology. Gear room. That one I remember. Now I see why this floor is so secure. It looks like the whole power structure for this building is here. Amazing construction. The entire building looks to have been powered by some underground water source that caused it to turn. They implemented a gear that would grab onto teeth in the ground outside and provide them a power source as well. Talk about killing two giant birds with one stone. Pretty amazing. Power looks somewhat complicated. It seems as though there were at least occasions that power was turned off, as there are obviously controls to do that, and then start it again. I'm heading to the top. Wow, I thought this building was big. The main portion is absolutely giant, and rotating too, of course. I'm overcome with the amount of work put into this place just for security. It's everywhere. Almost comically picturing government officials walking the same paths I am. Amazing. To get to the other side, looks like one had to walk across the bridge to the rock pinnacle in the first place since we've arrived that we're able to save a link. And it's not big. And there's a massive structure facing you if you did. What? Pretty funny to try and picture an army invading. All of them bunched up on the stone waiting for these bridges to rotate. What the... my gosh. The creatures, these things are something out of a horror movie. I didn't see anything. I've been up here a little while and I don't see them often, but when I do, they are scaring me to death. I'm beginning to understand the fences and structures a little better. Perhaps some of them were designed to keep creatures out more than keep visitors in. Don't hang out in these woods unless you have a big gun. Another bridge to reach the main portion of this place. More security. I will say the platform between the bridges seems to have eroded. At one time, crossing the bridges was probably a security feature to ensure manageable groups would approach the larger building one at a time. But I would wager it was still a lot easier than it is now. The erosion to the platform between the bridges has made it a little rougher. I suppose the maintainers would like it even more in its current condition. Mud rooms. I'm not sure what to call these things, but they remind me of mud rooms, so I'll call them that. Not much here. Looks like each bridge has a mud room attached to it, with another group of doors, etc. There doesn't seem to be any kind of decompression or decontamination that went on here. Really, they seem to be nothing more than another spot for another set of doors, another secure location. Training center. I was going to go through each of the 5... What? Why did I see 5? I don't know. I was going to go through each of the rooms here, but after making a quick overview, I think I'll just start with the entire thing. There are 3 types of rooms in the building, 2 of each kind. There's a control room, 1 purple and 1 yellow, a display room, 1 purple and 1 yellow, and then the conference room. Though these aren't colored, I assume there is one for each team. The entire building seems to be centered on the massive war in the middle. The control rooms control the war, the display rooms displays the uniforms that were worn in the war, I presume, and the conference rooms allow the government visitors and high-ranking officials to confer about those training on the war. See. So control room first. Control rooms. I'm not going to go into controls for the war in this doc. I'll let Lexman do that at some other time. Regardless, the panel here obviously controls the war. The war was used for training as well as testing of various suits. I believe the central room can get pretty hot, cold, smoky, or anything else I can imagine pretty quick. It was a competition. Whoever would get to the top the quickest, teams would set up the obstacles and members would race. There's a side tunnel that provides access to the display rooms from the control room. Display rooms. Not sure that these were originally display rooms, or maybe they were. Either way, there are quite a few old maintainer suits in here. There's also the latest maintainer suit or skin here. I guess I should say the machine to put on the latest maintainer suit is in here. Can't read. Now that we've had some time, this is always really distracting, this part in the music, in the background music. It's like really throwing me off. Okay, it's gone. It's past. Now that we've had some time to look at this, sorry, it's incredible. We're talking about a suit that was skin tight and had linking abilities, etc. built in. Very high tech as far as maintainer suits go. Very impressive. A maintainer would fall down the chute, and while traveling to the interior room, the suit would be placed on him. I'm begging to try this thing, but DRC is insistent no one does. Lexman already has someone on it trying to figure out more. I'm first when they do. I think these rooms could basically be described as team locker rooms. Conference rooms. I guess these rooms were where the big wigs sat down and talked about their maintainers. Obviously they are set up to watch the war, and there are displays that show the patterns being built and played on the war. We'll never know, but I can see the guild masters in here watching their teams compete, preparing to send them out to some radioactive fireball age to see if their new suits can stand the elements. Upper portions. I'm not going up now, but we do know the upper portions were used as prison cells. Yes. Typically Dani technology. They had a single linking book that went to all the cells. Since the building was always rotating, a very complicated linking apparatus and timing mechanism was associated with the book. The timing of the link would determine which cell the person linked into. Apparently it was very tight. Speaking of linking, this entire building is rotating as well. It seems that most visitors came on the path from the well, although there were also books directly to this building. There had to be. It seems that many of them also used the timing mechanism to link into specific rooms. It looks like another new feature designed and built by these guys, one of many I'm sure. I'm just wondering where the main research labs were, or better yet, where did everyone sleep or eat? Okay. So how can I get down into that war room, and how, like, what does this, like, I still don't understand what was happening in there. How do you compete on the war? Not sure at all. I'm also not sure if there's anything else here. There might not be. So the question now is, do I just go back to Teldan and then link back into the prison area of this? Is this where I need to go next? The thing is, like I said, you go down the chute, but I don't go down the chute here. Like, I'm still right here, this isn't open. And then this controls, or this connects to the observation room thing. I'm not sure. I think we have to link out and back in. Might be the only way to do anything here. The mud room. Sure, let's go through again. Then I look outside, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I really don't. Maybe we can see one of the creatures. Sounds like something I'd like to see. And then I guess we'll end the episode. We did make some progress. We put on a cool suit and we found one, no, two. Well, we found one and we retrieved or touched or got one of the other hand things, which is good. And now, I don't know. I think yeah, I don't know what I think actually exactly. Up there somewhere is where the prison cell thing is. I don't see any creatures here. Not sure if you can actually see them. I don't know if they actually exist. This rotating thing is like super slow. It takes forever to get back over there. So slow. Yeah, I'm not waiting for that. So I guess that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.